All right, welcome to the Explainer. Today we're looking at something really cool. It's a project that takes this beautiful old tradition of generosity and gives it a total refresh for the digital age. We're talking about building a super direct, totally transparent bridge between people who want to help and those who really need it. So, where does this whole idea come from? Well, it all starts with this really charming concept from Naples, Italy, called the caffè sospeso, which literally means suspended coffee. The idea is so simple, you'll love it. You go into a cafe, you pay for 2 coffees, but you only drink 1. That second one, it's suspended. It's just waiting there for someone who's down on their luck to come in and claim it. It's this tiny, anonymous act of kindness just baked right into everyday life.
And this is where things get really interesting, because this project isn't just about charity, it's about fixing a problem with how we sometimes give. You know how traditional charity can sometimes feel a bit opaque or indirect? You give money, but you're not exactly sure where it goes. Well, this new vision flips that completely. The goal here is to be 100% transparent, to show you your direct impact, and to make the whole process totally frictionless for absolutely everyone involved.
Okay, so that's the big question, right? How do you take that simple, beautiful idea of a suspended coffee and scale it up? How do you apply it to something as fundamental as a full meal and then power the whole thing with today's technology?
And this is the answer. At its core, what we're looking at is a digital platform. Think of it as a bridge, a really reliable, super intuitive, and completely secure bridge. Its whole job is to connect 3 specific groups of people, making sure that one person's generosity actually finds its way to someone who needs a hot meal.
So, let's break down how this digital bridge actually gets built. It all comes down to 3 key players who make the whole thing work. It's really an ecosystem, all founded on this one shared purpose. And here it is, the whole cycle of generosity in a nutshell. It's so elegant. Step 1. A donor funds a meal online. Simple. Step 2. A partner restaurant cooks that meal and gets it ready. And step 3. The person who needs it, the beneficiary, receives that meal with total respect and dignity. It's a perfect, simple, closed loop. No leaks, no confusion.
But don't think this is just some simple little app. Oh no, it's a complete ecosystem with different parts designed for different people. For donors, you've got a mobile app for when you're on the go, plus a website. For the restaurants, there's a special interface, their operational hub. And then, behind it all, there's this powerful admin dashboard. That's kind of like the control tower for the whole operation, making sure everything is transparent and running smoothly.
Okay, theory is great, but let's see how this thing works in action. We're going to walk through the actual experience step by step. We'll see how this really thoughtful design feels for each person in the chain, starting, of course, with the person who kicks the whole thing off.
Let's talk about the donor. For them, the whole process is designed around one simple promise. You can make a real, tangible impact in just 3 clicks. That's it. It's all about tearing down every single barrier between that feeling of, I want to help, and actually, helping.
Just look at how smooth this is. First, you find a local restaurant you want to support. Then you choose a preset solidarity meal they're offering. You pay securely online, and then comes the magic. This is the best part. You can actually track your donation. You get to see its status change from funded to distributed. That right there, that's the connection. That's you seeing your direct impact.
Okay, so that's the donor side. Now let's flip it and look at the restaurant partners, because let's be real, for this to work, it has to be dead simple for them to join in. These guys are busy. Their job is to make great food and serve their community, not get bogged down in complicated paperwork.
And that's exactly what the system is built for. The restaurant gets a live dashboard that shows them exactly how many suspended meals are available. When someone comes in and gets a meal, all they do is validate it with a single click or a quick scan. Billing? Totally automated, so reimbursement is a breeze. The whole point is to make being a community partner feel great, not like a logistical headache.
Now we come to the most important person in this whole equation, the beneficiary. And for them, the entire design, every single decision, was built around one single, non-negotiable idea: dignity, first and foremost.
And this right here is absolutely crucial. Look at what is not required from them. They don't need a smartphone, they don't need a bank account, there's no complicated registration to fill out. All they need is a simple physical card with a QR code on it, something they'd get from a local nonprofit partner. This just wipes out all the tech barriers and makes sure the whole experience is discreet, respectful, and easy.
So you see how simple and clean everything looks on the surface, right? Well, for something to be that simple on the outside, it has to be powered by something incredibly robust and reliable on the inside. So let's pop the hood and take a look at the engine room, the part that builds and maintains trust for the entire platform. And it all starts with a professional-grade promise of reliability. The system is engineered for 99.5% uptime. What does that mean? It means this isn't some weekend hobby project. It's a dependable service that people can count on to be there when they need it, day in and day out. That's huge.
And this table here, it just lays out those core promises so clearly. First, your data's safe. That's guaranteed because they're compliant with all the big security standards, like GDPR and PCI-DS. Second, the experience is seamless. We're talking a donation in under 3 clicks. And third, total reliability with that rock-solid uptime. See, these aren't just bullet points or features. They are literally the pillars that the whole system's trust is built on.
And that trust gets reinforced even more by what's happening in the back office. The admin dashboard provides a complete, totally incorruptible audit trail. Every single donation can be tracked, from the instant it's made, to the moment the meal is served, to the second the restaurant gets reimbursed. This means absolute financial integrity. No questions, no gray areas.
Okay, so having a great technical design is one thing, but how do you actually roll something like this out into the real world and do it responsibly? Turns out, the strategy for launching this is just as smart as the technology itself.
Instead of doing some massive, high-risk launch all at once, they're taking a much smarter, agile approach. They're starting with a really tightly controlled pilot phase. We're talking 1 city, just 3 restaurant partners to start, and launching with only the web version first. This lets the team test everything, learn from real users, and prove the concept works before they go big.
And success here isn't just a vague feeling of, oh, this is going well. Nope, it's all about the data. The pilot will be judged on very clear key performance indicators, or KPIs. They'll be tracking stuff like, what percentage of people who visit the site actually donate? How long does it take for a funded meal to actually be distributed? How many meals are they providing each month? And, this one's critical, are the restaurant partners sticking around? That tells you a lot.
So let's zoom out for a second. When you put all these pieces together, you've got the beautiful old tradition, the super user-focused design, the rock-solid tech, and the smart rollout strategy. What does all of that tell us about where giving might be headed?
I think it points to this right here. A powerful fusion of real, tangible social impact with uncompromising technological integrity. It's not just about the warm, fuzzy feeling of doing good. It's about building a system that makes doing good work. A system that's effective, transparent, and built to last.
And really, this question captures the whole vision perfectly. It leaves us with a pretty inspiring thought to chew on. What if we could use all this amazing technology, not just for ordering pizza or booking a ride, but to actually weave generosity and solidarity right into the fabric of our everyday lives? Just think about that for a second. What would that world actually look like?